Hi, welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's edition of Let's Talk. Well, we've got quite the episode for today. So the way we chose today's episode was due to the calls that we had, and also because it was quite the conversation on one of the groups that we belong to regarding parent alienation, the children involved, but the whole crux of it is what the main thing is, what to do with your estate, what to do with your assets. The question is this, that we found ourselves pondering this week was, actually clients were, we were not, but my clients and people online asked this: if you have older children from your previous relationship, should you or should you not include them in your will? I have to tell you, I was shocked by that because I've personally dealt with this. And maybe age and maturity and life lessons learned may be why I want to share this with you today, because here's the example. My husband and I go through a divorce. We have 4 children. He and I choose different partners now, but we have our original 4 children. But we go on to, he will now have a new partner and maybe some new children. Maybe I now have a new partner and maybe I have some new children. What happens to your assets for your original children? And the issue was, the reason why people didn't want to bequeath their assets to their older children, maybe because they haven't talked to them in a while, maybe they've got estranged relationships or anything like that. But here's the thing. It was my choice to have a relationship. It was my choice to have a child. It was my choice to end that relationship. It was my choice. And maybe my children didn't care for that. So maybe they're upset with what happened. That's not their fault. So without a shadow of a doubt, 1,000%, my assets need to go to my original children equally. Never mind my relationship with them. That is the right thing to do. Because here's the thing, there's a misunderstanding. Well, they don't talk to me, they're mean, they're this. Maybe it's got something to do with my actions, my choices, the consequences of my choices. That's what. I personally understand this because I do not think that it's fair, and I do not think that it's right for somebody to take their original partnership, their original family, their original children, and because of separation and divorce, then those children are put aside. And only the assets that I have will go to my new partner and my new family because they're nice to me. That's not fair. Do unto others as you would have done to you. You wouldn't like it done to you. I didn't like it done to me. I've had that done to me. That's why I can speak about this. But I'm also now 51. Okay, never mind. I did have a birthday. But anyway, 51 years old. Would I maybe think about this the same way at 20? Maybe not. 30? Maybe not. 40? Maybe not. But I'm older and wiser. And I've learned some lessons. I also don't misunderstand me. Never should we live our life thinking that we'll just sit back and wait for the handouts of our parents. That's not what I'm saying at all. We need to be self-sufficient, self-reliant. We need to make our own money. We need to have our own estate. But what I am saying is the right thing to do is with your estate is not to put out your original children or your original family because you now have a new family and new this and that. Ethically, morally, it is right to put your children equally to equally gain your estate, if you have such a thing, if you're blessed with such a thing. Not everybody has that, quite frankly. Some people are going to die with debt. But here's the thing, this is a very relative topic right now. We've got a lot of people facing a lot of uncertainty. We've got people facing uncertainty with their relationships and their partnerships and their jobs and their careers and their health, and people are getting sick and people are passing away. This is a topic right now. Do you have a will? Do you have anything put in place for do not resuscitate order? All these things. These are tough topics that we deal with in our office. We deal with life and death topics all the time. But however, right now, because of this incredible health crisis, it has put it on the forefront what we need to talk about. And we need to talk about life and death and how prepared are we? And what are we going to do with that? I personally, it does not matter the relationship I have with any of my children. I have 4 children. Equally will receive our estate, no matter our relationship, no matter our feelings. The right thing to do is that. You can agree with me or disagree with me. However, that is our topic today. I'm very hot under the collar about this because it is something that our family dealt with. Our family still deals with that topic today. And inevitably, what I want to close with here is we need to be self-sufficient and don't ever expect anything from anybody else. This is not an expectation from somebody else. I'm talking directly to the person who has the estate, the mother, the father, the parents of those children, and what they should properly do with their estate. That's my opinion. That's what we think here. However, you need to make your own money, do your own thing. That does not negate anything like that. Okay? Not at all. And at the grand scheme of things, and at the end of the day, for people who believe in this, which we do, our inheritance is eternal. We can't take any money or any possessions with us whatsoever. At the end of the day, we're going to be judged on our character, how we lived, how we gave. If we hold on to our estate from our children who didn't talk to us and this, is it also too then that we didn't forgive over something, whatever, right? So did you forgive? Did you accept? Did you give grace? Do you expect grace and forgiveness but not give it? And sometimes that's the challenge. When we have money and when we have assets, what are we going to do with it? Are we going to share it? Are we going to give it properly? Or maybe I don't want to give it to you because you were mean to me. Do you know why somebody was mean to you? Maybe there's a misconception. Maybe there's your perception of somebody is wrong. Maybe there's a miscommunication. Maybe there's been years of no communication. However, those years of communication might be one big misunderstanding. So to do the wrong thing with your estate for the wrong reasons could seriously affect your children, young, teenagers, old, it doesn't matter. What you choose to do with your estate could affect you and impact your physical being for the rest of your life. Let's just choose to do the right thing for the right reasons and have forgiveness, have grace. If you haven't talked to your children in a while, call them. Call your mom, call your dad, call your children. Now's the time. We're in our house. We have the time. That's my message today. See you next week.